Welcome everyone. In today's video, we will be solving LeetCode's problem number 31, next permutation of an array of integers. We all know what permutation means. It's just a different way of arranging an array. For example, if there is an array 1, 2, 3, so the possible permutations are 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. But what this problem is telling us to find the next permutation in a specific order. There are some constraints to find the next permutations, and the way LeetCode has portrayed this problem might be difficult for some people to understand. So don't worry, I will explain this problem in a very simple way in next few minutes. So let's dive into the problem. I have taken an array of integer here, nums, and I have taken 1, 1, 5, 4, 1. So the first step in this problem should be starting from the back. Okay, starting from the end of the array and moving forward. Okay, so suppose we are starting here at 1. Okay, so we should move forward until we find an element that is less. Okay, that element is less than the previous element. For example, here, since we are moving from the end, that is, we are moving from 1, then we move to 4, then we move to 5, and then we have moved to 1 again. Right. So here we see that 1 is less than 5, and this also disrupts the order, right? Because from the back, we see the order was increasing order, right? 1 to 4, 4 to 5, but then suddenly from 5 to 1. So there is a big decrease. So this will be the breakpoint. Okay, this will be the breakpoint. So this is the first step in solving this problem is to find the breakpoint. Okay, find the breakpoint by traversing from the end of the array. Okay, then after finding the breakpoint, suppose 1, 1, 5, I'm just rewriting the array 5, 4, 1. So here in this case, 1 is the breakpoint, right? And we have traversed till here. Okay, so this is the breakpoint and this is the previous element, right? So we should now find an element in this array, okay? Just after the breakpoint in this array, we need to find a number which is greater than the breakpoint. Now here in this array, we see 1. Is 1 greater than the breakpoint? No. Is 4 greater than the breakpoint? Yes. Since 4 is greater than the breakpoint, now we will be swapping these two numbers, 1 and 4. So after swapping, the array will look somewhat like this: 1, 4, 5, 1, 1. Because we have swapped these two, 1 and 4, because we need to find the next greater element than the breakpoint. So here if you see, the next greater element than the breakpoint is 4, right? 1 is not greater than 1, but 4 is greater than 1. Then we need to swap these two numbers, and that we have done here. 4 and 1 is swapped. And the last step, it's very simple. Last step is just to sort this part. Okay, last step is just to sort this part in ascending order or just reversing this part, but make sure while reversing this part is in ascending order. So our final answer will look like 1, 4, 1, 1, 5, since we have sorted this part after swapping breakpoint with the second greater number. So our final answer will look something like this: 1, 4, 1, 1, 5. And this is our final answer. So one more time recapping the steps. So first step is to find the breakpoint. Okay. First step is to find the breakpoint. Second step is to swap the breakpoint, and sorry that I'm writing like this because I don't have a pen here. So we need to swap the breakpoint with the second greatest number in the array. Okay, second greatest number till the point we have traversed. Okay, till the point we have traversed. So swapping that number, second greatest, and then the third part is to uh, reverse or sort. Okay, third part is to reverse or sort the uh, part of the array till which we have traversed. Okay, till which we have traversed. So that part was sorted and we have received our final answer. So let's code this down. Okay, let me increase the font a bit. Okay, so first part is to start from the end. So let me name a variable I. Let this be nums dot length minus 2. I'll say y, and while I is greater than equal to 0, and also nums at I must be uh, less than less than equal to nums at I plus 1. Sorry, here it should be nums at I must be greater than equal to nums at I plus 1. So what this part of code is telling, okay, see, we'll be traversing from the back. So we will keep our I here. Okay, I minus 2, then length minus 2 will be here. And we are comparing with these two, last two, previous two. Like that, we will be comparing each element. So 1 and 4 is compared, then 4 and 5 will be compared. So that's why we have taken only one variable and we are comparing with that. And here we have given the condition nums at I is should be greater or equal to greater than or equal to nums at I plus 1. Means the element forward must be greater than the previous element. What that tells that from the behind or from the end of the array it should be in a increasing order, so we are making sure. And meanwhile uh, we will increment I, sorry, we will decrement I to find the breakpoint. So this I is nothing but finding the breakpoint. So once this loop ends, that means either we have come out of the array we have traversed and we have not found the breakpoint. So in that case, we will be reversing the complete array. Okay, if we have not find any breakpoint, for example, uh, if the array was okay, for example, if the array was 3, comma 2, comma 1, okay, 3, comma 2, comma 1. So in that case, we see that everything from the behind when we go forward is in an order, is in a sorry, is in a increasing order, right? So since it's in increasing order, we can't find a breakpoint. So in this case, we must reverse we must sort, yeah, sort or reverse in ascending order. So in this way, we see that this will be the solution for the condition where we don't find any breakpoint. Okay, so coming back to the solution, then after coming out of the loop, we will check if I is greater than equal to 0. That means we have found a breakpoint, and here we will create another variable. This variable will be j, and the task of this variable will be to find the uh, next greater element than, sorry, it must be 1. So to find the next greater element than this breakpoint in that uh, part of array where we have loop, sorry, where till which we have traversed. So till there. So while j is uh, greater than equal to 0, so that we don't go out of the bounds, and we must say that nums at j is less than equal to nums at I. So this nums at I is the breakpoint. So we are saying that till the point we get a number greater than breakpoint, just move forward. Okay. So once the number which is greater than this breakpoint, we will come out of the loop, and that index will be the index of the second greatest number. And now we must swap. So we will create a method. We'll create a helper method swap. So for now, I'm just writing here swap. So we will create the method swap, and it will be nums. oh yeah, we will pass three parameters. One is the array, and then breakpoint, and then the second largest point. And once this swapping is done, the last part is just to reverse the array. Okay, it's just to reverse the entire array. So here also we will be passing the nums, and we will pass the point, that is I plus 1. Remember that, remember I told you that we will be reversing this part, okay, this part. So this part here, our index was I plus 1 at this point. Since we have started from I minus 2, so our index by the time we'll reach here will be I plus 1 because I will be here. This is the breakpoint. So one element after the breakpoint will be our reversing index, like the starting index from which we should reverse the part of array. Okay, so that will be I plus 1. And then we are done. Now we must create two methods, helper methods. One is swap, and this will take two parameters. One is an array, and one is the breakpoint, another the second largest point, and here we'll just swap these two elements so that our problem goes in the right way. So here I'm just writing the code to swap two numbers, and you must know this formula or this code how to swap two numbers. It's a very basic code. And then next method is just to reverse an array, or from the starting to end, not starting to end, from the point where we have found the breakpoint. Okay, so we have given the array, and now we will give the uh, index or from this index. Okay, so then till the end. Okay, so from the point just after this breakpoint. Okay, suppose the 4, yeah, here 4 is the breakpoint, so we should swap from 5 till end. Okay, till end we should swap. So here we will make one more variable that would be, let's suppose, j, and that will be pointing towards the uh, end of the array. And while uh, I is less than equal to j, okay, we will be swapping. So we can just copy this part from here and just paste it. So that, yeah, yeah. So here we are swapping from I, from the point I till the end. So here we have successfully reversed our array. Okay, and after this, um, yes, we are successfully done. So let me run this problem once. Okay, yeah, because we should have incremented here I, and we must have decreased the j. Now this will run, and yes, you see, we have passed all the case, and now I'm submitting this, and yes, we have completed this in 0 milliseconds. So the time complexity of this problem is O of n, and the space complexity is O of 1 because we are not using any extra space here. Okay, and we have completed it in 0 milliseconds. So if you have any doubt, you can just comment below, and do like, subscribe my channel, like the video and subscribe the channel, and you can share this with your friends who are keen to learn data structures and algorithms. In my channel, you will get now frequent videos about LeetCode problems